Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. I'll title this one, The One Who Despised and Rejected by the Nations. The one who despised and rejected by the nations. And who is despised and rejected by the nations? Israel, the 12 lost tribes of Israel. You tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the Lord is coming to restore his people back in their land, in the Holy Land. This is the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks, and these other nations. You know, the rulership is going to be shifted and given and replaced with Jacob, Israel, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, the ones that have been despised and rejected by the nations, who've been humiliated and oppressed and was put into slavery, hardcore bondage. The Lord is he's doing this right now. This is why the Lord is just tearing down everything Esau has built. This is why crime and the economy is crashing, and things are just not good in the earth right now, because the Lord is doing this. He's tearing this up. This is it. Jacob got next. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the 12 lost tribes of Israel. We have next, man. We are going to rule the universe, everything in righteousness. Call halal Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal Yimla Alahayana wa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Let me go to Isaiah. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm just going to read a few verses down and just get the quick meat off the bones. But there's nothing that you other nations, ultimately, Esau, Edom, the white folks, this is it for you. You're going to be stripped from your power, because you've ruled in wickedness. So and you've murdered and you've murdered the Lord's people, and you've blasphemed the Lord. So let me go to Isaiah 49:1. Isaiah 49:1. It says, "Listen, O Isles, Salakia. Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far, all the whole earth. Listen up, all you people in nations, Amsterdam and Germany and London, Spain, Italy, Africa, Egypt, Israel, China and Russia and everywhere. Listen." It says, "Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far." Listen up, world. It says, "The Lord hath called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name." And this is the Lord dealing with Isaiah. The prophet Isaiah is back here today. And the Lord will reveal reveal this, you know, when he's ready to. But the prophet is back here today because the prophets are back. The prophets are back. It says, 2, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. See, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. This gospel, these words, these scriptures, they're sharp, man. They will, and they're cutting Esau, Edom up. They cutting a lot of people up. Ultimately, Esau, and even 2/3 of Israel, our own people. This word is hurting. It is cutting them to pieces because it's the truth. It says, he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. This is why Esau, Edom, you white folks and you other nations and you Christians and Catholics and Muslims and stuff like that, you don't have an answer for this word, man. You don't have an answer for these scriptures. Vocab Malone, Geno Jennings, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, the Kemetic community, the Egyptology, Scientology. None of you religions have any. You can't battle. You can't deal with these scriptures. You can't deal with it. You Mormons, all of you, all you you so-called religions. You don't have an answer for these scriptures dealing with these Hebrew Israelites. Because what did the Lord, what did he say? He said, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me. So it's like these arrows. We're like powerful secret weapons unto the Lord. It says, in his quiver hath he hid me. So, you know, the prophets with this word were like secret weapons unto the Lord, man. Sharpened, polished, sharp. And he's using these weapons, man. And this is spiritual. This isn't carnal. This thing is spiritual. We're just reading the scriptures, and it's just cutting anything that's not of the Lord. It just cuts it. It just cuts it. It just shreds it. And Esau, Edom, you so-called white folks, and you other nations, and you Christians and stuff like that, and Muslims, and you don't have an answer for these scriptures. You don't have an answer. We just spiritually just cut you to pieces. Spiritually. This isn't carnal. We're not using no weapons. We're just reading the scriptures. That's it. We read the scriptures. Everything you say that comes out of your mouth, we use the scriptures against you. And you can't deal with it. You can't deal with it. Call halal YAHAWAHSHI. It says, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. You Christians, Kemet and Catholics and Muslims and all you false religions, man. You have no answer for these scriptures dealing with these Hebrew Israelites. You just don't. You don't. That sharp sword. It says, 3, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Did he say Esau? Did he say Moab? Did he say Amalek? Did he say it? He said, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. And we know Jacob, the Lord changed Jacob's name to Israel. 4. It says, then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught and in vain. You have a lot of Israelites that's then fell out this word, man. You didn't came in, you didn't labored, and the prophecies didn't happen right away. You fell out, you start scoffing. It says, yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work is with YAHAWAH. YAHAWAHSHI. You see? So, you know, those that labored and still in this, and the reward is with the Lord, man, because he said he's coming back with a reward, whether it's good or, you know, basically roughly paraphrasing it, good or you know, for judgment, man. It says 5, and now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant. See, to bring Jacob. See, to bring Jacob again to him. And this is what the prophets are doing. It says, though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength. 6, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob. And this is, like I said, this is what we're doing. The prophets are doing. The Lord has set up his watchmen, and we're raising through this word, through speaking these scriptures, is raising up the tribes, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It says, and to restore the preserved of Israel, the elect, the preserved. This word is ultimately this internet, the internet, YouTube, these different platforms, but YouTube, the internet, the Lord has set up the internet to gather the elect, because YouTube is worldwide. It says, and to restore the preserved of Israel, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. And they, you know, these Catholics and Christians, and, you know, they see that word Gentile and they think it's talking about all the other nations. No, this is to the Israelites that are scattered, because Israel has been scattered into all nations, man. All nations. And you have Israelites that look like the other nations. It says 7, thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth. See, and Israel is despised. It says, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nations abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings, shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. See, Israel, he chose Israel, man. It tells you that, what is that Psalm, that Jacob only has he only known, and Israel, you know, his law, statutes, and commandments. He's not dealing with you other nations, man. You other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, you are going into captivity. You're going to be stripped from your rulership. It's over. It's over. And you other nations are going right along, right behind Esau, Edom, the white folks. You're going to be handmaiden servants in the kingdom, right there in Jerusalem, Israel, right here on earth. These so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that have been put in slavery and humiliated and put on reservations and thrown in ghettos and barrios, and, you know, going to the worst public schools and eating the worst food, things like that, you know, they're going to be put in rulership, because this is the Lord's people. See? Spiritual power and spiritual. We're going to be spiritual beings, and you other nations are going to be regular people. Esau, Edom, your technology, all your technology, your science is going to be stripped and crushed. I'll close out with this. It says, 8, it says, thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will preserve thee. And that's that elect, man. And give thee for a covenant of the people. And we know in ancient time with our forefather Moses, he made a covenant with our forefathers, and it was written on those stone tablets. But in the kingdom coming, we're going to have a new covenant, and those laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be written in our inner parts. It says, for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritage, man. Heritages. To cause to inherit the desolate heritages. And we know right now, the desolate heritages over there in Israel, the land Jerusalem, our place is a mess, man. It's destroyed. They're doing man on man. They're having all these what do you call it? Fruit cup, sweetheart, tip-tap-toe parades in the Holy Land, and they're eating all the defiled food. They celebrate all the wrong days. The place is all beaten up. It's been bombed and attacked. There's civil war in the Holy Land of Israel right now. The people are rebelling. It's divided. I mean, the Lord is raising up Israel, and he's gonna put Jacob back in the Holy Land. And it's going to be rebuilt and purified and beautified all over again, looking like the Garden of Eden. And in Israel, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are going to rule the universe in righteousness, man. And we're going to be holy with spiritual beings, and we're going to be the richest, most powerful, greatest nation ever. And the nations are going to see it, and they're going to serve us. Ultimately, YAHAWAHSHI. So, this is coming, man. Like it says in Revelation, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Shalom.